Did you all know that Caitlyn Jenner is still a thing? Did you all know that not only is Caitlyn Jenner still a thing, but she's out here like talking smack on other trans people? Because one would think that either she would fade into obscurity or at least stop talking shit on other people, you know, like at the very minimum. Yeah, Caitlyn Jenner in the news again. Here we go, as per usual. So Caitlyn Jenner tweeted, well, she quote tweeted Marsha Blackburn, which can we just all say, like, I like remember this lady. We don't like her. She has a bad, stupid face and we don't like her at all. She's very annoying and also conservative. And she's from Tennessee, which not everybody from Tennessee is terrible, but she is. So we have already watched this, I believe, on stream. You know, we can, you know, actually this, I don't think we've actually watched this on stream before because we talked about this last week a little bit. And so this is sort of an addendum segment to what we talked about last week. But yeah, we will go ahead and watch this video because like, oh, Marsha Blackburn tweets like Dylan Mulvaney, Joe Biden, and radical left-wing lunatics want to make this absurdity normal. Like, okay, well, what is the absurdity? Let's figure out what's so abnormal and weird that we can't handle it on the internet.
Day 74 being a girl, round of applause for the makeup. And I wore this outfit shopping today, and I thought that these might be my new shopping shorts, but I was walking around and everyone was staring, and I was like, oh, okay, what's going on? And they were all staring directly at my crotch. And I went, oh, I forgot that my crotch doesn't look like other women's crotches sometimes because mine doesn't look like a little Barbie pocket.
I can see a lot of TERFs taking a lot of issue with that, but I think it's funny.
And I thought, okay, Dylan, you have some options here. Number one, you can stop wearing clothes that fit like this and just find looser fitting items. Number two, I can do a tuck, which is going to have to be a whole other video, but it's very painful and involved Or number three, I just normalize it and I wear clothes like this and we all just normalize women having bulges sometimes because we're coming up on bikini season, baby, and you might see a bulge or two. So normalize the bulge. We are normalizing the bulge. Women can have bulges and that's okay. We're not gonna stare at their crotches while they're wearing their little shopping shorts at the mall. Oh, thank you. Love you. Bye.
Bless her so much. I do find the singing a little bit cringe. Let women wear cod pieces. True. Personally, I'd go for a skirt over the lederhosen. Yeah, so she's just, Dylan Mulvaney is just a fun TikToker who makes light of her gender transition. It's a difficult thing. She's very early. She's still like less than a year out. So Yes, I do find the singing a little bit cringed. I don't know why. That's just me. I'm not. Yeah, let women be cringe. True. So that's like why Dylan Mulvaney is a subject of. By the way, can I just say what a big dick move it is? Forgive the expression, for using what is presumably your dead name as your just actual name. Like, I don't know if Dylan is Dylan's dead name. If it is, like, big flopping dick on the table energy. Like, I just have mad respect for people who are like, you can't dead name me. Like, not possible. Or I think it also would be really funny if her dead name was like Josh and she picked the name Dylan. Like, that would also be very funny to me. But regardless of that, we have this tweet from Caitlyn Jenner saying, "Oh my God, Marsha Blackburn, thank you for speaking out and having a backbone. One of the best senators we have. Let's not normalize any of what this person is doing. This is absurdity." They both use the word absurdity, to be clear. Like, Caitlyn Jenner does not have a single original thought in her head, just use the same word absurdity as Marsha Blackburn. So not a single original thought in her head. Maybe she's a pickle and her new name is Dylan. That makes me want pickles. Shh, stop making me crave pickles. So I also happened to see this other, wait, the first reply? What are you talking about? Let's not normalize things like getting away with vehicular manslaughter. It's fucked up. Anyway, Donald Trump Jr. tweeted, "The Democratic Party in a nutshell. In a country of approximately 350 million people, a middle-aged bio male who transitioned to female about a year ago is the person chosen to go to the Oval Office to talk with the president about being a girl. That's who they think is the best fit." I agree. Why don't you take Zinnia Jones, who's been out for the last 10 years and at one point participated in a pride parade standing in for Chelsea Manning while Chelsea was still in jail. Let her be the one to speak at the presidential whatever, like someone who's been out for a long time. That's one part of this that I can agree with. The rest of it is bullshit. But then this random person says, like, wait, you guys had Caitlyn Jenner. And then Caitlyn says, I'm not trying to normalize any of this, especially this BS. I'm a proud mega MAGA. And guess what? There is room for everyone in our movement. This TikTok person is just absurd. Again, she, like, the same word twice now from Caitlyn, which she stole from Marsha Blackburn. Did she just not know the word absurd until Marsha Blackburn said it? And now Caitlyn Jenner is like, it's like when you learn a word in your English class and you're like, oh my God, this word is amazing. And then you just, for the next like 12 to 13 days, every time you get the chance to use the word ameliorate, you're using the word. You know, you're talking to your brother and you're like, we really need to ameliorate the conflict between us, my brother. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh my God, calm down with your 8th grade book report for just Jesus Christ. Furthermore, there is an article from the New York Post. Was there anything of substance in here that was different to what we've already seen? Jenner lambasted a TikTok trans rights activist. Dylan Mulvaney, trans TikTok content creator, spoke with President Biden at the Youth Summit. Her appearance generated media attention. In a video filmed earlier this year, she explained that she got unusual stares in public. Yeah. Is there anything else in here that's of use? Nope, there's nothing in here of use. Okay, cool. So Caitlyn Jenner said, there is a difference between acceptance and tolerance, and normalizing exposing your genitals in a public way and in a public place. I do not support that at all in the slightest. Dylan, congrats, you're trans with a penis. Like, oh no, I'm sure she didn't know that she was trans and also had a penis. I'm sure she had no idea. Wow. Girl, what? Yeah, she didn't expose herself. Like, it's a fucked up, disingenuous thing to be like, you know, you exposed yourself to people in public. Like, I was wearing underwear and shorts, actually, you fucking sociopath. Hold on, there was someone in the comments here that I saw. Yeah, this was the one in the comments that I saw. Never expose your bulge in public, right? It's different because she's a hypocrite. Here's another one. And this one. Oh dear, Caitlyn. Oh dear, sweet Caitlyn. Anyway, so that's the clowning on Caitlyn Jenner portion of the stream. Got him. Yeah. So I do want to take a moment to focus on Dylan's response, because Dylan is a gracious, just relentlessly positive person, and I love her for that, and I love them for that, because Dylan's pronouns are she/they. So I appreciate Dylan's spirit, we'll say. I will have some more commentary to make as we watch this response, because Dylan posted a 5-6-ish minute video on her TikTok, and this is just a response to Caitlyn Jenner and all the sort of buzz that's been going on. So the reason that I wanted to do this segment is so that I could rest my voice a little bit while we listen to what Dylan has to say. If you're here and you have not yet hit the like button for me real fast. It's free for you, super easy, helps the channel, and we'll get into talking about this next little video. All right, we have her on TikTok. Let's see.
Video is for Caitlyn Jenner. It's day 233 of being a girl, and this video is for Caitlyn Jenner. If you're not Caitlyn, keep on scrolling. But if you do stay, I don't know, grab a beverage. Hi, Caitlyn. I'm Dylan, and we are two of the most privileged trans women in America at the moment. And with that comes a lot of responsibility. And although we have very different views on most things, a few days ago, I probably would have still been willing to sit down with you and try to connect with you in some way, because I automatically have a lot of respect for you as a fellow trans woman. But then you decided to ridicule me very publicly. And honestly, this tweet didn't faze me all that much. But then this one.
I really wish that people understood that sometimes they start shit with the, oh, we're going to have conflict between us. Like, you're too socially inept to understand, but you started it. Like, just, oh yeah, I forgot about this one tweet someone responded, and then Caitlyn Jenner says, he is talking about his penis. So, like, that's Caitlyn Jenner misgendering this other trans woman. Caitlyn Jenner later tried to walk this back.
And made me go, ah, not you calling me a he. That is just, oh, terrible. But then you didn't stop there. You said there is a difference between acceptance and tolerance and normalizing exposing your genitals in a public way and a public place. I do not support that at all in the slightest. Dylan, ... Congrats, you're trans with a penis. Girl, you're making me sound like I'm some creepy flasher exposing myself. I was wearing perfectly normal shorts at a mall, and I've never been great with sarcasm, but I do think that last line was probably not an actual congrats. And
she is so sweet. Like, I hate how sweet she is because she is not gonna make it in this world.
This moment, I am not as comfortable talking about my private parts as I was when I made that video, and it felt like I got outed. And I didn't fully know how to tuck that early on, and I was still wearing men's Calvin Klein underwear. But after that video, 2 amazing trans women gifted me tucking panties and taught me how, because they could tell I was struggling. And
yeah, she had said in the video, like, I would have to tuck, which is really painful and difficult. And some trans woman reached out to her and was like, here's how you can tuck. Here's the way to do it, like, safely and, like, without pain. And here's some underwear that will keep all your shit in place. So probably after this point, Dylan didn't go to the mall wearing the shorts with the penis in them. You know, she probably started tucking after this point.
I'm just curious if you can think back to your early days of transitioning and remember being embarrassed about your body or having strangers give you dirty looks. That's why I made that video, because I was embarrassed and I wanted to reclaim my body in a positive way. And now you've taken that. And
it's so deeply embarrassing to, like, know that people are staring at your crotch. Like, for me, it's never been a long lingering stare, but it's like, I'll be working at the gas station I used to work at, and I'll be up at the counter, and then the person will ask for something, and I'll walk away from the counter to, like, get their cigarettes or whatever. And then as I'm walking back, I can see their eyes. Usually twice.
And you've turned it into something really ugly. And I didn't start Days of Girlhood because being a woman sounded fun. I started this series because of the unspoken shame of being newly trans.
Like, so let's keep in mind again that one of the things that people criticize Dylan for is like, oh my God, they're making a mockery of womanhood with this, like, day 200 of being a girl. Today I went and did some stereotypically feminine thing. Like, she's doing it to be funny, to bring some light to it. She's also saying, like, I did it because it sucks and it's shameful, and I want to destigmatize it. I want to make it normal. I want to make it feel less like it's a bad thing to take pleasure in stereotypically feminine things that I was previously denied. Keeping in mind, trans women don't generally engage with stereotypically feminine things because they think being a woman is this caricature. It's usually because it was just denied them for an extended period of time. Like, so much time.
I still have so much to learn. And we come from very different generations, and you're so much farther along in your journey than I am. But I have cheered you on from the second you came out, truly. And I'm so happy that you've had the surgeries that you've desired. But I'm 25 years old, and I am on day 233.
Oh my God, she's only 25. Like, Jesus, no wonder. She is so young. I mean, she's only 3 years younger than me, but that feels so young to be meeting with the president and shit.
Can't even get bottom surgery right now if I wanted to. I haven't been on hormones long enough. And this whole situation makes me not want to share my surgical plans because there are so many trans women who don't have access to it, or they don't want it, and it doesn't make them any less of a woman. You know, funny enough, one of the only things that we do have in common is that I'm going to one of your surgeons. You know, I'm not as far along as you. Please be patient.
That's so gracious of Dylan. Like, I can't get over it. She's just so kind, and I don't think that her enemies deserve that.
And, you know, now that I think about it, I don't even think I have interest in getting to know you, because the way you use your platform to publicly degrade me, it told me everything I needed to know about you.
Oh my God. When a kind person says, like, I think that told me everything I need to know about you. Like, oh my God, that's scathing though. It's scathing though.
And a trans person invalidating another trans person's transness is pretty evil in my eyes. Like, the call is coming from inside the house. It's coming off very selfish. You know, is no one else allowed to be trans? I, for one, am excited to welcome anyone into our community because I know how isolating it can be. In this whole situation, it feels like the movie Mean Girls. I mean, Halloween is right around the corner, so there's a costume idea for us, I guess. I don't know.
That is such a sweet thing. And that would be so funny if she could be, you know, if she was like, we could do Mean Girls, you know, like it's like Mean Girls, you know, that's a costume idea for us, I guess. Like, oh my God, like it's so sweet. It's so innocent. And I love her so much.
I digress. But you've been accepted by a group of people that clearly does not accept me. And nearly every day this week, I have been called a freak, a child predator, an absurdity. I am none of those things that your cohorts
She points absurdity, like you called me that.
Are painting me to be. And my question for you is, don't you feel a little lonely over there? These people that you're standing with, I don't know if they have your best intentions at heart, but they will use you to make me and the trans community life like a lot harder than it already is. And I would never tell any of my followers to go shame you for any of this or to misgender you. And if you're a follower watching, please don't go after Caitlyn, because I already know how difficult it is to be publicly trans. Yet you have personally subjected me to thousands and thousands of hateful eyes, a number of which could very well want to hurt me. And
that's the serious reality of the situation. And like, I don't know if Caitlyn will ever watch this, but I do appreciate Dylan's like forwardness, being like, the audience that you exposed me to contains people who probably want to actually hurt me. Like, not a cute, like, fantasies of there not being any trans people in the world someday, but like, no, people who fantasize about specifically murdering a trans woman like myself. Like, you know, you just can't. Yeah, the right wing is ramping up their violence. It's a bad time.
That's how much power you have. You were Woman of the Year. This is not Woman of the Year behavior.
Oh my God, the admonishment.
And some of the greatest people in my life are trans. Shouldn't we be doing everything in our power to make their lives easier? I haven't done nearly enough, but at least I'm trying. And I'm not going anywhere. This isn't some trend for me. Yeah. I'm going to keep trying to be happy and to build a beautiful life filled with other trans people.
I don't want to cry because I'm wearing makeup. But this is one of the things that like we have to try to work on as a community, like with ourselves and with each other.
The greatest people in my life are trans. Shouldn't we be doing everything in our power to make their lives easier?
This part.
I haven't done nearly enough, but at least I'm trying. And I'm not going anywhere. This isn't some trend for me. I'm going to keep trying to be happy and to build a beautiful life filled with...
Gonna keep trying to be happy and build a beautiful life filled with other trans people. Like, that's kind of just what you have to do. You have to just keep working on it. Like, that's such a powerful sentiment that to me that it made me tear up every time I've watched this video so far.
Other trans people. And I hope that you too will start taking care of our community. You know, we have a lot of potential for positive change, the two of us, or we can make it a hell of a lot worse for all of them. Mm-hmm. So which is it going to be? You know, also, I do know it was just your birthday this weekend. Happy birthday. I think everyone should have a pleasant birthday, even you. You're a Scorpio.
Even you.
I'm a Capricorn. I guess we're just not compatible. Also, if we could just leave your daughters out of this, I would be very grateful, because I do enjoy them and I would like to meet them one day. And lastly, also, no need to respond to this video. I am moving on, onward and upward, and I hope you do too. Okay, bye.
She is far too gracious. She gives the nicest passive aggression. Yeah, she's way nicer than I'd be. I agree with that, Baphomet. It's like a gracious roast. Dylan single-handedly making me want to download TikTok. Yeah, she's Midwest nice. When I was first watching this video, like, I guess this is a little bit morbid, but like my first thought after finishing this video with her like little thing at the end, like, it was your birthday this weekend. I hope you have a happy birthday. Everyone deserves a pleasant birthday, even you. Can we just move on from this from now on? Like, this is behavior that's going to get you killed. Like, as much as I like her, I like the passive aggression. I like the Midwest nice. She's like, you know, taking the high ground kind of thing. But also this girl is like definitely not one of the ones that's going to make it very far if shit gets real. And we should protect. I guess is what I'm trying to say. We need to protect. You mean she's shining too bright? I don't necessarily mean in the sense that she's calling too much attention to herself. I mean in the literal sense that she is not she's got a lot of huge notoriety and too kind of a heart to have that much notoriety. Like, I think when the camps start getting set up, like Dylan Mulvaney is going to be one of the first people that they go after. And I don't know that she is the kind of person who's got a Glock to defend herself, you know? Like, it worries me a little bit, this sentiment that we have that's like, ooh, if we're nice, then we're going to diffuse conflict, you know? The idea that Caitlyn Jenner is going to stop tweeting about Dylan Mulvaney after this video, not going to happen. It's for sure not going to happen. Caitlyn Jenner is going to keep tweeting about Dylan Mulvaney, even though Dylan said, like, this can be the end of this discussion, and there's no need for you to respond to this. Like, the conflict is going to continue. Because here's the thing that I noticed. I noticed something when I was trying to find the tweets for what Caitlyn had said about Dylan Mulvaney. I was like, oh, she only tweeted, it was only a couple days ago, I need to find it, da-da-da-da-da. So I started scrolling. This is Caitlyn Jenner's profile. I started scrolling and was like, what's going, like, let's see, like, oh, I see we have a clip from Caitlyn Jenner on the television from Piers Morgan on October 31st. Okay, so yesterday I guess she was on Piers Morgan or on a show that Piers Morgan was amenable to repost. So that's interesting. Let's see. There was another one. We've got a lot of Caitlyn Jenner posts this week, and I'm like, why is she posting and everything? Why is she posting? It's because she's had some media appearances. Here's another one. She had another one last week. This was posted on October 28th. Fox News commentary about the Paul Pelosi assault. You know, this is Caitlyn Jenner blaming Pelosi for not having better security. So Caitlyn Jenner has been on the news this week, and she's trying to drum attention from Twitter over to these other, it's like a branding thing. She's appearing on television, making these commentaries about Paul Pelosi and about detransitioners or whatever. Like what the fuck ever else she's commenting about. I have no idea. Oh, this is about social media and Elon Musk being in control of Twitter. That's what this appearance is about. So yeah, she has been doing stuff and is like utilizing this moment of media awareness or whatever to drum up support through Twitter. She's like, oh, did you see me on Fox News or whatever the fuck this show is with Piers Morgan? Like, You might have missed it if it weren't for the fact that I started tweeting a bunch of unhinged shit. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much to all of my patrons for supporting this work that I do. I appreciate every single one of you, but I want to especially shout out Tiago Nascimento, Mersh Rolvog, Jovian F. Gaudreau, Amanda B., Heather Clarkson, Michelle Winter, R. Halverson, Athiette, Sarah A., Wellington Marcus, Nova, Mr. Atheist, Elizabeth Bartell, Suzanne Maynard, Sojo, and Bean.